So that's coming in.
That's coming.
What else?
Live in 5, 4.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to TGD Today. It's Roundtable with HR3, Al Cloyd. I'm George Honeycutt, and the professor, Mr. Gene Weldon.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Well,
You
thank
like
you,
that?
sir.
Yeah, that's nice.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Shall we see what's right here? Gene.
Mine's pretty good.
Gene, how's yours?
Free.
Wow.
Like I said, I pay my debts.
It's a good donut.
I finished last in my picks. I went and got Krispy Kreme for everybody this morning, so don't say I don't live up to
And
what I promised.
Hats off to the professor.
How does them there donuts taste, fellas?
Oh, them there donuts are good.
Good deal.
Professor,
Sir.
Professor, you got a little glaze on the lip there.
Good, too.
Oh, is that good?
Real good.
And what'd you say it was? Free.
We call those flavor savers. So you
Oh, is
just
that
leave
what
them
it
there
is?
for a little while.
Yeah.
and when you get-
Don't go there.
Come back and get it later. You want me? You want to fire me up on that aspect?
No.
God. There we go.
It'll be a long morning.
We're going to wind up in
Jeff,
jail.
get the button ready. Here we
Been
go.
there, I've been there, done that. I got that shirt.
I got the bib.
I got the orange jumpsuit.
Oh, nothing like a good cup of coffee and a free donut.
And a bunch of buddies sitting around, man.
And the best part is they're fresh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just down the street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can't beat a deal like that.
Yep.
Want to thank the Double K.
Did a good job.
Yeah.
Just like getting
Not
money
bad.
from home without writing for
It just seems like every day they get better at it. You know. What's up with that?
I think
every day.
they sprinkle something special in there. I know.
What we're doing, folks, of course, the three amigos here in Pro Golf Talk Live last week made our picks for Riviera, the LA event, and it's uncanny. You and I were talking about this off air. If he was the only one in the field, if he was favored 250 million to 1, we would still not have picked him.
Again, I don't bet with my heart on who I really like a whole lot.
Uh-huh.
I bet who I think's going to win.
Okay, well, hats off to you, bud.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
And now we've got producer Jeff wants us to do the show earlier in the week so he can go ahead and lock in his fantasy picks based off of your input.
I told him all he's got to do is call me. I'll share.
Hey,
You're
Jeff,
a good man.
Jeff was born at night, but it surely wasn't last night.
It wasn't last night.
That's right.
So, congrats, Professor.
Thank you.
You nailed it.
Can you run back last week's?
Just don't even ask for this
I'm
post-production
really-
stuff.
Okay, I was just checking. I caught a lot of grief. I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I know. I went back and listened to the show, Professor, and it was embarrassing.
It was
the way they treated
It was.
you.
Would you stop?
That's good then.
It was.
That means I did my job.
I think it was more embarrassing to them because they were the ones that were
Oh, I know.
wrong.
That's what I meant. You know.
Hey, Gene,
Yes.
I wasn't at all embarrassed. It didn't.
You can't embarrass the
if he
Godfather.
finishes
It didn't
third,
affect me
if he
one
finishes third, are we going to be able to live with him?
Oh, he won't show up. If you and I'll be running this show.
We've seen that happen. We had Crow on the table, and he didn't show up to eat.
That rash will be back.
Oh, I got pneumonia.
Yeah.
I got a bone in my
That's
right
not-
leg.
Well, that's it. I got the bone in the right leg.
Yeah, I got
the
a bone
pneumonia
in my
thing is
right
not
leg.
something to laugh about.
I know. My wife's at home with it now.
That stuff kicked my butt. All right, guys, round table. Got a couple of issues I want to bring up today. Doggone it. We're going to talk about this. First off, the announcement that the IOC has deemed that the caddies of the golfers that are attending the Olympics and playing in the Olympics, those said caddies are required now to have drug testing.
Do what?
Do what?
Oh, yeah.
What you talking about, Willis?
Are you serious?
What you talking about?
They have stated that.
The caddies are to be drug tested along with the players. How about that?
Well,
Do they think the caddies have that much effect on the play of a?
I want to know,
I want to know if they're going to
are
get
the
a
judges drug tested?
Well, they ought to be. That's
They
for
should
darn
be.
sure. If they
But I
go
mean, here's
test
the thing.
everybody
Oh, hell,
else.
there's a good question.
If they're, it
Are the
is.
flight attendants on the planes that fly these people in, are they drug tested?
Well,
Are the bus drivers drug
Are the
tested?
baggage handlers that handle the equipment for the teams that come into Rio to play in the Olympics, are they drug tested?
Well, if they're drug testing the caddies because they think they have an effect on the players,
But they
and,
do.
and well, then drug test the wives too. They have more effect on them.
Ooh.
Not
And
on the
we need to
caddies, on the
drug test
players.
the people that's picking up trash too, because
What
they
about-
can have some
Now,
type
see, y'all
of
are reaching. That's
What
out of
about the
bounds.
fiancés?
Yeah, but I mean, here.
Yeah, because they're
You know where I'm going there.
I do.
Thank you
I
very
do.
much.
Yeah, that was good.
But I mean, seriously, if they're going to drug test a caddy, and they make them be drug tested to be at the Olympics, which I'm not sure a lot of guys are going to go because of all this stuff going on.
Well, there's only a certain amount that's going to go
I
because there's
understand,
only a
but there's a
certain
lot of
amount of
athletes.
players.
Period. I don't care whether they play golf or not.
Let me have
May
some of my
not
free donut.
may not go to the Olympics because of this Zika virus thing.
That's possible.
There's a lot of people saying they don't want. They're seriously contemplating not going.
Wow.
But
I hadn't even
if
thought about that.
if they're going to drug test these caddies, if their player wins a medal, that caddy should be on that podium with that player.
If they're going to drug test them,
They're an athlete.
The caddies
they're
should
part of
get
it.
medals.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if they don't, then that is just it's a carriage of misjustice because these guys are working hard, and you're calling them an athlete. You're drug testing them. Their player wins a medal. They get. The
I
same
just
medal.
assume, you know me, I have to look at the pragmatic way. Okay?
everybody gets a pony.
Okay?
Don't have a heart attack.
Here we go.
Okay.
I assume that the IOC considers the caddies need to be drug tested because those that are extremely high, whacked out of their minds, when they're on heroin or hash or whatever they may be on that particular day, cocaine, methamphetamines, who cares, that they pick up laser vision.
Bath salts.
Their body cells are able to pick up wind direction and velocity.
He's on meth.
They
George is
No,
smoking
that was
meth.
some good acid back in the day.
That
they're able to watch the
Getting deep
grass
over there on your
grow.
side.
We're going to have to start drug testing the host.
I mean,
Do you see
That was-
my point here, guys?
I took my
What are
Xanax
they
this morning, but
what
I
are they
need another one.
figuring is happening that a caddy needs to be drug tested? I mean, oh my
It is
God.
ridiculous.
Are they testing the coaches, the trainers? Are they? And I want to know if the damn judges are tested.
Well,
because
I wanna know
We
one
see
thing.
some of the scores,
Are
like
they-
in the gymnastics, and hell, they're just blooming idiots.
Are they
you know?
trying to get the professionals out of the Olympics period by doing something like this? Are they trying to create just an amateur deal because they know the amateurs will come?
Well, that's a
the
whole
caddies
nother
will
round
come,
table
and they
argument.
will do it. No, it's not. It's the same argument. You cannot test professional caddies and say, "Oh, you can't come unless you're drug tested," and you're because the player's not going to come. He can't take his caddy. He's not going. You think Zach Johnson's going? If he gets in, is going to go without Damon Green? No,
No.
No, Mickelson wouldn't go without Bones.
I mean, it's almost like they're trying to create a barrier to eliminate them from wanting to come.
God, that's a good donut.
It
I-
is.
I-
It is. They're putting a wall up.
I quit.
I quit.
Hugh, are they proposing that the players in the golf medal rounds, whatever it may be, that they get local caddies in caddy form? Because I guarantee you, if you tested every one of the local caddies, every one of them's doped up.
Well, I think
guarantee
that's
they
the
are.
ones they should test. I mean, do we have a problem on the tour with caddies that need to be drug tested over here? If we don't, why should they be drug tested
I'm
over
taking
there?
the Fifth Amendment.
Sure,
Might
and
include-
Well, I'm
you
sure
got a
there
lot of
are
insight.
some,
Just
but-
but the point is, this should not even be an issue. This should not have come up. This should not have been a discussion item. And why the RNA and the PGA and the USGA aren't climbing all over the IOC and saying you've overstepped boundaries here.
May I say something that I always say that you get tired of me saying?
Okay, please.
It is what happens when you let amateurs trying to run a professional event. Now, it is the Olympics. It is an amateur event, so-called, but they've let the professionals in there.
Sure, just like basketball, just like everything else.
But obviously, these idiots from the IOC don't understand what a caddy and a player, the difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
One plays and one carries the bag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
It is very simple.
But if they're drug enhanced, they're going to carry it even better than the next guy.
You know, I mean, you could look at that on
Hold on.
other aspects.
Yeah.
You know, just say like for instance NASCAR. So you know they do drug tests in
Oh,
NASCAR.
why
Well, it
you
would roll
bring-
over to the crew chief. You know, why not? Let's test him.
Are they
I
testing
mean, it's
the
difficult.
food
It's
court?
this is a
server?
very difficult
They
subject
test their crew. Their crews are drug tested.
in NASCAR.
Yes.
The crews are tested.
Yes.
Okay.
That whole thing, that's part of the coming over the wall doing stuff.
Yep.
From injuries and lawsuits, absolutely.
Sure.
Okay.
Insurance related items, I understand. But if a caddy's high, does that increase the risk of an insurance claim against the golf course or the Olympics? Or I'm not sure. I don't quite get it.
No, I don't think anybody does.
It's got to be one of those stupid things that just
Somebody's trying to
our
push
world's
somebody's
going,
button.
Our world's gone to shit, guys.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I think that somebody will rescind that before the Olympics actually happen.
Okay, I'll say they don't.
Let's put a wager on it.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's
There we
sta-
go.
Oh, we're allowed to bet?
What? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
we're not
Bet
betting.
on anything.
Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits.
Okay.
I like it. Do you in on that? Which side you going to take?
I'm taking jeans.
Wow, you going to hang with me?
Yeah, I mean, if they've said
I'll
it,
claim
I think
that
they'll,
they don't.
I think they'll stick to their guns if they've already said it.
All right, it's 2 against 2.
2 against 2.
Ham
What'd we
biscuits.
say?
Ham biscuits or something.
Yeah,
Ham
country
biscuit,
ham
bacon, egg,
biscuit.
and cheese,
bacon,
whatever.
egg, country ham, bacon, egg, and cheese.
The loser
with
selects,
mayonnaise.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
The loser selects.
With mayonnaise.
All right, next point.
I'll have a donut.
We got to hurry up here. We got important people coming into the studio.
Do we really?
Yeah.
No.
I just want to let everybody know. I know everybody's been kind of on the edge about this, concerned about how this was going to come out. Liz Dixon, a model that helped host a Playboy golf event back in 2012, she was asked to place a golf tee in her buttocks and then have a golf ball hit off of said golf tee by a radio personality by the name of Kevin Klein. And Mr. Klein, let's just say he hit it a little chunky
Ouch.
and gave her a severe contusion. Okay? Best way of saying it. She had a bruise on the buttocks. Okay? She then sued
No.
Playboy and the event and the radio personality, and that has now been settled out of court, folks. So I
It only
hope
took 2 years.
I hope everybody's happy. Liz is doing much better, by the way.
Is it a public settlement?
I saw the. I'm sorry.
Was it public? I'm interested.
Y'all
in
got
this
him
subject.
excited.
Yeah. I mean,
You can
are-
actually read the complaint.
Well, I mean, since you reported it, I want to know what the settlement was. $5 million?
No. Well, the initial request
$5?
for punitive and medical damages was $500,000. That's what was filed.
Okay.
So you just assume a portion of that,
Yeah.
up to $500,000.
Do they
Because
have
I've been
the-
following this event very closely
I
for
know
the
you
past 2
have.
years.
How close?
I know you have.
mean,
It's a golf-related story that, frankly, caught my attention
Loosely,
in
yeah.
2012, simply because of the images of the horrific damage and the injuries that occurred to Liz.
Well, if I had been
At
the
this
radio
time.
person, I'd just think he should have sued her because of maybe wrist damage or something.
No. I mean, if you sit and look at the situation,
Dude, if she's dumb enough to do
the
that,
lie,
then
the
it's her
lie
fault.
angle, the lie angle
Yeah.
was impeded as far as him getting a clear
He couldn't get through the
pathway.
ball.
There you go.
Yeah, he should have sued her.
He was going to hit the ground no matter what, or the buttocks.
Did they have before and after pictures?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think I'd rather see the after.
Well, actually,
this has turned into Howard Stern.
the before
Then there's hope for
are
the show.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me.
I wanted to
they're
see
better.
the damage.
They're better. And the way she's able to take a
No,
3
please
and
don't. Please don't.
No, it's all
Please don't.
All right, last item, roundtable.
Good.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, last week, guys, first of last week, actually, after the Ocala event for the LPGA, it had spread like this, what'd you call it, Zika virus or whatever?
Zika virus.
Yeah,
Zika.
whatever it is.
That's bad. Yeah.
The particular morning people of Golf Channel started really coming down on Lydia Ko about her recent work with Ledbetter and the A-Swing, talking about how this was the worst thing she could have done. This was setting her game back years, that she needed to return back to Butch and just go back to her normal swing that got her through her teenage years, got her to number one, and this was going to be her demise.
I think I heard the same deal, but I got a different angle on it. I thought it was more towards Ledbetter than it was towards Coe.
Could have been. Absolutely.
That's the way I read it.
Okay. But the point is, you know, then you started getting the feedback from the onlookers, such as Eugene, such as me, that were sitting here going, she's number one in the world. At that particular event that you're claiming that she absolutely blew because she couldn't get it online, she was pulling everything hard left, this, that, and the other, because of the A-swing that Ledbetter had been working with her on, that she had lost it. She wasn't going to be able to retain her number one world status. She wasn't going to be able to win another event. She wasn't going to do this. She wasn't going to do that. You know, Ledbetter's response, I thought, was pretty interesting in the fact that on his shows on Sirius XM radio, the comments were made by him and some of his instructors that assist with his show, that these individuals that made this comment, notice I haven't mentioned any names. These individuals probably should have started taking up this swing, and they could have still be out on tour making money instead of having to hold a microphone. So that was kind of a dig back. That was kind of a volley back over the net.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, you throw a rock, I'm going to throw one back at you.
That wasn't
and I agree with
kind
Eugene.
of a dig.
It was, I agree with Eugene. It was more the attention of the swing format, the type of teaching that was ongoing, and did she really need to do this at this point in her career was where the Golf Channel people were going.
Well, you've got a direct correlation to the men's tour from the same thing. Mm-hmm. Look at Tiger. He's never been satisfied, I don't think. I mean, he wins golf tournaments by 12 shots. Didn't he win Augusta by 12, something like that? Ridiculous. And what does he do? He goes and changes his swing.
Sure.
And he's made enough changes now to where he really doesn't have one.
And we also know that Tiger, though, went on this huge bodybuilding aspect, whether steroids are involved or not. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. My point is, guys, I mean, Lydia Ko is Lydia Ko. She's 18 years old. She's number one player in the world. She's a multi-major winner already. You know, she wanted to learn how to pick up a draw.
All right, here's the thing. All right, do me a favor. I've kept my mouth shut and let you rant.
Yeah, sure. Go.
I want you to listen to what I got to say. I've got it written down here, just a couple of things, and I'll throw that in there as I go. But you go back to the point. And I will say this because I admired the man when he came out with the instruction that he did with the likes of David Frost, Nick Price, Nick Faldo.
Especially Faldo.
I mean, this guy did wonders with what was considered the modern-day version of a Hogan-type move, but with less moving parts, more body-oriented, and created some of the most simple, most efficient-looking golf swings that performed when the gun went off.
Mm-hmm.
As you turn the heat up as much as you want, these guys didn't fold. And now you look at what he's doing, and he's creating this swing. And I'm not mimicking one of my best friends in Jim Furyk, but it looks that way. And you watch Lydia Ko swing a golf club, and because down at Ocala we played there, we were talking about the golf course, I watched for a little bit.
Right.
I watched her hit a wedge to a foot on one hole, and I watched her go 3 holes in a row where she could not hit a green with a wedge.
That's right. And we saw
This
the same
golf
thing.
swing is producing nothing but arms. Her lower body is literally non-existent until she hits the ball. Her shoulder turn is limited. The club goes up, and it drops so far under and gets so stuck behind her that how he thinks this works and creates power when she's doing nothing but using her hands and arms to hit this thing, from the man that invented a golf swing that people literally wanted to copy, is the most idiotic thing I've ever seen. I watched it at the demo day. He's charging all this money for these pros to sit there, and they were dumb enough to pay it and listen to this hogwash that is lifted up and out, working under, so you don't hit a slice. Now you can hit a hook. It's a Band-Aid, and it's proving that right now because it's not working. The girl can't hit it in a 400-acre field.
So why did Ledbetter change philosophy? And
Because he's losing his popularity, and his ego told him, I got to come up with something that'll sell and make
Unique.
me money.
unique.
Same thing with Hank Haney, with everything he's doing with all this stuff. Hit it further, 15 yards further on the Golf Channel with my new videos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Dance with the girl that you brung with you, because it's proven to work. You make these changes, all you're doing is making yourself look like. And Jeff, if you have to hit the button, but it makes you look like a money whore, and it just drives me nuts.
So why do they call it the A swing?
I have no earthly idea, because it looks like an A, because you go up and it comes down, and it's like an A.
Oh, I got it.
So it's just, all it is extra moving parts, which is something David preached against for the longest time.
And you're exactly right. I mean, Lydia in Ocala, when she was missing left. I mean, we're talking from 125 yards.
Yeah, because it's all hands and arms, and her body's not moving. Therefore, the
That's
club
right. The
outruns
hip
you.
didn't turn. It was the arms, and they would get inside, and she'd shut it hood.
Because her
She'd
body
shut
stops.
the hood
and
on
that-
it,
The
and
one
then
constant in
boom.
a golf swing, George, is the hands and arms are going to keep moving.
Right, right.
So
They're
he's
never
teaching
gonna
a
stop.
swing plane shift.
A swing plane shift with no center rotation to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to match it up when it's just hands and arms. It can't be done.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Not on a consistent basis.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Charlie's right. They can go after Charlie Reimer all they want. He's correct.
I didn't mention Charlie's name.
Well, but I am.
Okay, all right.
He's correct.
But Lydia still had a top 10.
She's talented. She can putt and chip.
Well, but if she was on her own swing, she could have won it or probably second or third.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the
I got
spin
a
was round table.
That was an awesome rant.
I
I loved
got
it.
it. Are we done?
No.
No.
I got a question
Sure, go.
to you.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the best player ever played the game?
Best player to ever play the game?
Mhm.
Tiger Woods.
I think it's Jack Nicklaus.
As far as majors go, yes. But as far as talent, amount of wins, and popularity, granted, different era, best golf swing to ever play the game, Ben Hogan after the wreck. After the wreck.
I
not
didn't say
before.
best swing. I'm a Hogan. I'm a big Hogan fan.
Yeah.
Always have been. I'm not a Nicklaus fan, but I think he's the best man that's ever played the game. How many coaches did he have? Or teachers?
He had Jack Grout. That's it.
Phil Rogers, short game.
Yeah.
And his dad. That's it.
That's it. Yep.
Did you ever see anybody trailing behind him carrying a purse while he was playing golf?
Well, here's the thing. No, hang on. And you're dead right, because here's the
A
thing,
man
too.
purse.
Here's the thing, too. And this is where
Bull.
what you're talking about, Gene, is what literally, I guess, is costing me from being able to make money teaching and whatnot, because I don't believe in all this modern-day TrackMan crap. Because my buddy that works on tour, he's a rep for Aldila and for another golf company, said you will look out there and you will see 13 to 15 coaches behind players With a TrackMan, the player hitting balls and the person never looks up. They're looking at an iPad the whole time. They're not seeing what the ball does. They're not watching or asking the player what they're feeling. That's how they teach, is based through the computer. It's nothing to do with contact, ball flight, how it's curving, what it looks like, how does it feel. It's gone. And I don't teach that way. I go to George to get on the launch monitor to say, I want to know how much this is spinning. I want to know the angle of attack. I want to figure out how to fix something. And when I see the numbers, then I know how to fix it. These guys can't do it without this.
I did a fitting yesterday for a 14 handicapper. Okay?
The one you were telling me about? Was
Yeah.
he? Okay.
Yeah. I'm the first, and he's had several fittings. I'm the first time he ever got with a fitter that asked him how a club felt in his hand at impact. He said, no one has ever asked me that before.
Because they don't know. They don't understand it.
No
They're
one
all
has ever
based
asked
off of this technical stuff, and it's not based off of golf is a game of imperfection, and it's a game of feel, and it comes from the ground up. Not from the head down or the shoulders down. It comes from the ground up. That's the way I was taught.
Yep.
That's the way you were taught and that you taught people. This stuff with TrackMan is so obsessive, it drives me bananas.
Well,
Well,
you're a
losing
good
touch
teacher.
with the game.
We've got a lot of good teachers. It just.
But have they ever played and done anything? Other than Butch. Who?
No, yeah.
Who?
Good
I
point.
mean, you
Ryan
really-
Mogg. Yes.
You really,
Mike Bender. Yes.
Yes.
Other than that, no one. They're coming out of the PGA, learning how to do this stuff, and they can't bust a grape, but they're going to go teach somebody how to play golf.
But they can wear a man purse.
Yeah.
Well, you go to the satchel.
And they can fold a shirt. TGD Radio and TV are produced and broadcast by the Zeus Digital Network for thegolfdirector.com. Be sure to check out our featured course pages where you'll find up-to-date information about course conditions, specials, much more. Need help with your next golfing vacation? Just call Dave. Give us a call right here at the Golf Director at 844-GO-GOLF-1, 844-464-6531. All of our programming is archived for listening and viewing on demand. Just click the TGD Radio or the TGD TV tabs in the menu screen at thegolfdirector.com. We're now available, or you can find us on over 1 billion devices at iTunes, Audio Realm, TuneIn, YouTube, Ustream, Roku, Periscope, Catch.me, and, of course, Blueberry. For Professor Gene Weldon, the winner, last week in the selection.
We never did our picks.
We're going to do them pro golf
We're
talk.
doing pro golf.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll let you make your
Oh,
picks.
yeah.
Do not worry.
I'm not worried.
Calm
about
down.
it. I don't care.
Okay. I got a pill for you.
I'm
Al
no
Cloyd,
donut.
thanks for joining us. HR3, Hugh Roy III. I'm George Honeycutt. Want to thank Jeff behind the glass. We most importantly want to thank you for joining us today on Roundtable here on TGD Today. Don't go anywhere. There's a lot more golf news and information coming up next.
I need a shot of Xanax or moonshine or something. You hit a button there.
That
I kept,
was good.
You notice how
Good.
I kept my
That was
mouth
good.
shut?
That was good.
That's my job.
That was good.
Yeah.
I kept there.